Roundtable of Lido. Pag-uusapan natin ang ating mga piitan. Ano bang meron? Meron ba talagang nagaganap na reformation? Ano ba yung katotohanan doon sa secret jails, you know? Ano ba ito? Sa perspective ng mga tagapagtanggol at ng mga nasa advocacy, ano ba ang tingin doon sa nabalitang secret jail? We invited Director Albayalde to be with us, but he preferred to send Kim Molitas. I hope she's on her way. But let's start. Kasama po natin si Atty. Persida v. Rueda-Acosta, ang Chief ng Public Attorney's Office. Narito rin po naman si Deputy Director Martin Perfecto ng Bureau of Corrections. We're joined by Atty. Jacqueline and Guia, Director 3, Public Affairs and Strategic Communication Office ng Commission on Human Rights. Si Brother Rudy Diamante, ang isa po sa mga institusyon ng CBCP, Episcopal Commission on Prison Pastoral Care. We're joined by Senior Superintendent Paulino Moreno Jr., ang Legal Officer ng BJMP. At inaasahan natin si Inspector Kimberly Molitas, Chief Inspector Molitas, to join us. Pero kung titingnan natin ang mga piitan ngayon, Rudy, coming from the CBCP, ano ang nakita nyo? Has there been any significant change over the years?
Gandang umaga po. Well, over the years, I've been involved since 1976. Wow. So, tagal na, no? Ang improvement ay yung lalong congested yung ating jail. Kulang pa rin ang pansin. Bagamat may mga ilang efforts on the part of the government and on the part of mga NGO, it is still the least priority, no? Ang nangyayari, sumisikat lang ang mga jails and prisons pag may mga big issues. Okay. Ilang hearing na rin on the part of Congress nagkaroon para i-reform yung jail and prison system. Ilang panukala na rin ang nagawa. May mga nagbisita pa ng mga House of Representatives, may mga senador pa rin na pumunta doon. In fact, yung presidente rin nung kay Pinoy bumisita doon para daw maayos. Pero sad to say, yun nga. Hanggang ngayon, we're still talking of the same old issues of the congestion, lack of intervention program, lack of rehab, mga ganun tipo. Tapos the old solution na magpuput up ng mega gym, magpuput up ng mga ganito, eh, kulang naman lagi ang budget, no?
Mm-hmm.
So yun, hindi natin alam. We had been advocating for reforms, no? Ilang taon na rin, since the year 2000 nga we had been in Congress, tayo ay uma-attend ng mga hearings, nagsusulong ng mga panukala.
Sa 10 panukala ninyo, ilan nagkatotoo?
Well, yung una, yung abolition of death penalty, no? Pero yung reform talaga ng jail and prison system, hindi nabibigyan ng pansin. Although in the last Congress, we were hopeful sana with Congressman Tupas, who was chair of the Committee on Justice, who went to the New Bilibid Prison, who had visited also some of our jails. We thought all the while it's going to happen, pero wala
Okay.
Tapos ngayon, nagkaroon na naman ngayon ng hearing, pero hindi nakakonsentrate talaga dun sa reform.
Hindi sa reform.
So, walang comprehensive reform program.
Okay.
Although meron ngayon panukala na gusto nating suportahan, I don't know if it's going to solve the problem. The integration of all the jails and prison system into one so-called government unit, we have been pushing that since 1978, na?
Okay.
The integration, kasi fragmented yung jail system.
All right.
So, yan
Yan ang
yung
sitwasyon
problema.
so far.
Mayroong
Okay.
Ewan ko kung mabibigyan ng pansin ngayon. Ha? Ewan ko kung mabibigyan ng pansin. Pero, hindi tayo tumitigil ng pagbibigay ng...
Huwag kayo mapapagod.
Hindi pa. At least on the part of the church, hindi kami napapagod. No?
Okay. Thank you for the assurance. Attorney Acosta, part of the job of the Public Attorney's Office is to get people out of prisons. Yung sa inyong jail decongestion. I've joined your medical, dental, and optical missions to various jails. What have you noticed? Has there been any remarkable change so far over the years? Pakisuya lang po ng mikropono.
Notice, dahil sa campaign against illegal drugs, naging yung dating 500% congested, naging 1,000%. The BJMP can attest to that. So, madami nakukulong. At dahil wala pong bawal ang plea bargaining sa small-time users para ma-rehab sila, possessor, small-time 0.001, 0.00 something na isang singot ang tawag nila doon, isang teeter. So, nakupupuno ang mga kulungan natin. So, nag-isip kami ng paraan, tumakbo kami sa Korte Suprema last year, September 2016, para ipa-declare as unconstitutional yung Section 23 ng Drugs Act at para mailipat na namin yung mga preso doon sa 10,000 capacity sa Nueva Ecija. Pero ang problema nga, hindi pa rin nare-resolba ng ating Korte Suprema. Lumobo. Noong June 30, 2016, bago bumaba si Pinoy, 82,000 lang ang clients namin na involved sa drugs na naiwan. Pero pagpasok ng bagong administrasyon, umabot ng 303,000. So sa dami na yan, yung iba yan, hindi na namin talaga pinayagang maipunta sa selda. So pina-self-rehab or family rehab sa mga religious group namin turn over. So makikita mo yung pag-bloat na puro drug cases. Alam mo yung naiiwan sa jail, 80% dyan ay drug cases. Kasi yung iba, yung mga poverty-related, Kuya Rudy, yung mga theft, mga highway robbery, yung mga small time, madali yun na may plea bargaining doon pag kumpleto talaga ang ebidensya. Pero sa droga talaga, no, ibawal ang pag-amin sa mababang sal at kung talagang positive sa drugs, hindi rin pwede ang plea bargaining. Nabubulok sila doon. Ang tanong, sa kakauntian ng ating jail guards ng BJMP at maging sa ating Bucor, hindi mo sila masisisi. Talagang hindi rin, talaga 100% maiwasang may nakakapasok at nakakapagtinda ng droga.
Yun ang isang malungkot na kalagayan. Sa inyo po, sa CHR, how do you look at the situation sa ating mga piitan?
Well, una po, tulad nga po ng mga nabanggit ng mga unang nagsalita, ay totoo pong we lament the conditions in the detention facilities, and we know that over the years, the poor and deplorable conditions continue to persist. And although there have been efforts by different agencies together with CSOs in order to improve the conditions in the jail, much needs to be done, and there is really a lack of prioritization over the improvement of our jail conditions.
If we're to benchmark the jails that we have in the Philippines, how would we compare with other ASEAN countries?
Well, if we were to note our detention facilities, we must note that we have one of the most complex penitentiary systems here in Asia or even in the world, considering that a number of institutions take care of our penitentiary system. We have the Philippine National Police, the BJMP, local government units for provincial jails, and even the Bucor. And so that also provides for the difference in terms of policies and approaches, and that would also explain why there are different budgetary allocations. Like, for example, in the Philippine National Police, there's no budget for the food of the detainees.
Really?
Yes, opo. I carried out the Torture Prevention Ambassador Project in 2015, and sa pag-iikot po namin sa buong Pilipinas, nalaman po namin sa mga kapulisan na kalimitan, out of their own pockets, out of their own goodwill, they shell out money for the food of the detainees, kasama ng mga kamag-anak. We lament, of course, that they have low pay, and then it is a detriment of their family, And it's also a possible cause of corruption. That is why we have problems of extortion right now. So noong 2015 po ay naghain po tayo ng isang advisory sa Kongreso at sa DBM na sana po ay bigyan po nila ng budget ang mga lock-up cells po ng PNP, because before sabi lang po temporary lock-up cells ang terminology natin dyan, kasi supposedly under the law 36 hours lang po dapat mag-i-stay ang isang detainee. Kaya lang po sa bagal po ng usad ng mga kaso dahil na rin po sa dami ng mga krimen, naiintindihan po natin iyan, tumatagal na po yung length of stay ng isang inmate sa mga temporary lock-up cells. And wala pong budget sa pagkain ng mga iyan. Kaya po, dapat tugunan din ng ating pamahalaan itong mga ganitong sitwasyon.
Yeah, I remember I had a complaint against a taxi driver noon. Inisnatch yung aking recorder. Sabi ko sa pulis, babalikan ko, may programa lang ako sa radyo noon. Binalikan ko yung super, nakatali sa puno. Sabi ko, teka muna, bakit? Ginagawa ho yung lock-up namin dito eh. Hinihintay lang ho namin kayo para samahan kayo sa city headquarters ng pulis. Kako, hindi nyo mo lang pinapasok sa loob. Wala ho kaming paglalagyan. Tinali sa puno. Kako, medyo kakaiba. Pero kayo po ba, sa Bureau of Corrections, aside from the controversies you have today with banana plantation, ano? Ano po yung success rate ng sa Reformation ng mga napipiit sa inyo?
Well, for success rate, actually, it's a very complex question, because for one, in fact, when I was new with the Bureau of Corrections, which was in the previous administration, one of the first things I observed was the indicators that we actually use. Actually, they're not really what we use, but imposed by the DBM, are actually statistics that are not really success indicators. No, for example, for the Bureau of Corrections, the metric is actually participation rate. So it just simply manifests how many inmates participate in a Reformation program. But as regards the impact of it, there is no measurement for that. No, in fact, I was telling my colleagues that the best metric would be actually to look at how individuals released from prison are doing in the free society, and yet we don't have that measure. That's why I think I'd like to relate that also with the significance of what Atty. Acosta was saying, and Brother Rudy were saying about mga panukala, no, mga batas. Meron kaming batas, no, yung Republic Act 10575, no, which calls for the modernization of the Bureau of Corrections. It was ratified in 2013, and yet to this day, it's not yet been implemented. No? Sa ngayon, nasa DBM ang bola, so to speak, no, kasi nandun yung pag-aproba ng implementing rules and regulations. And even I'll relate it also to this thing about the DECO and about the drugs in the past, no. For me, the ills of our bureau is actually systemic. No? And in order for us to respond to issues like congestion and whatnot, we have to really attack the root of it all. No? And the root of it all really is a professionalization, a modernization of the bureau. No? If we speak, for example, of congestion, the infrastructure, just like BJMP across the board, we are congested. No? As regards personnel, for example, the law that has been ratified calls for a ratio of one personnel, one custodial guard to every 7 inmates. The ratio right now is 1:243. So you can imagine how much we lack as regards personnel. So very crucial really is the modernization, and hopefully when the modernization will finally be implemented, then we can actually start to respond to the roots.
Okay. Pero wala nang nagninegosyo ngayon sa loob.
Magmula nung naging stricto yung sa pagdating ng mga staff, no, giving credit to them, security is much tighter right now, no. But in the end, you know, these are stopgap measures, no. The systemic ills are still not being responded to. It's not
within their mandate naman kasi magbantay ng
exactly. And they're trying to for lack of personnel and the quality of personnel, it still does not resolve the issue.
Saka bukas makalawa, magkakakilala na ulit yan.
Well, iniikot sila. Pero ang masasabi ko lang, no, malaki ang epekto rin malaki rin ang tulong ng staff, no. Although again, I will repeat what I said a while ago, it still does not solve the problems that we have.
Okay. Sa BJMP, magkano yung pinapakain ninyo? Magkano yung budget ng mga napipiit sa inyo? At gaano katagal ang napipiit na alaga ninyo?
Well, sa amin po, nagkaroon po ng increase ngayon ng 10 pesos. So, from 50 pesos, naging 60 pesos na po. Ang duration po ng ating inmate na nag-stay sa amin, no, mga from, of course, 1 year up to around 6 years. 6 years. And even nag-i-exceed pa kung medyo mabagal ang proseso talaga sa korte.
So, ang alaga ninyo yung 6 years and below, right?
No, we are taking care of detention prisoners, those undergoing trial. 97% of our inmates are undergoing trial, and only 3% are sentenced prisoner. And that
Really?
is from 1 year to 3 years.
Dun sa mga kaso na kinasasangkutan ng mga napipiit sa inyo, anong karaniwang usapin ito?
Well, sabi nga ni ma'am, majority of these are drug-related cases talaga. In fact, as of now, ang statistics natin is 142,170 as of April na jail population. And out of that, 90,881 or around 63.99% ay drug-related cases.
Drug-related
Yes.
cases. Nagkaroon ba kayo ng, well, I don't know, this is not within your mandate, siguro sa police na ito, dahil doon sa dinami-dami nitong mga ito, na 90,000, ano, siguro it's also interesting to find out where they got all the drugs. Di ba? Kung wala ka kasing supply, wala ka ibibenta eh. Saan galing yun? Ito lang ang mga natiklo eh. Sila yung nahuli. Wala kayong ganong research?
Wala po kaming research yan sa community, but of course, siyempre po yung proliferation sa community pa rin talaga ang ano, ang
Yun pa rin, ano? Yun pa rin. Okay. We'd like to acknowledge the presence of Kim Molitas. Nakarating din siya sa wakas. Buti hindi ka naligaw. Pero, okay, tell us, anong pinakahuli dun sa secret jail sa Manila Police District? Pakisuyo nga, paliwanag whatever happened to it.
Unang-unang magandang umaga po, ma'am, at sa lahat po ng ating panauhin. Unang-una, hindi daw siya secret jail.
Hindi secret jail.
Yes. Si ma'am po, matagal na po namin siya nakakatrabaho talaga eh. Kahit po nung operatiba po ako sa ground po talaga. Si ma'am po talagang, binibisita niya kasi yung jail po namin sa Manila Police District po, ma'am. So talagang nakikita po niya yung crowd dun sa ating mga detention facilities. But anyway, dun po sa secret jail, yung sa Station 1, naayos na po natin yun na una po na-relieve na natin yung ating commander at saka yung mga team ng narcotics, no? Yun ang naging initial po natin para po bigyang daan yung investigation dahil binigay na po namin sa Internal Affairs Service, ma'am. Eh. So, sabi po ng ating regional director, si Police Director Albayalde, na para po hindi isipin na meron tayong kakampihan o kinikilingan, nirelieve po siya para po bigyang daan yung investigation. So, nasa Internal Affairs Service na po yung investigation. So, hindi po namin sila control, hindi po siya under ng NCR. It's an independent body po.
Yeah.
Yun
Pero
po
in progress yun.
Yes, in progress po yun. Also, we already have a new station commander who was designated. And then, na-inspect na po natin yon yung ating mga detention facilities. Hindi lang po yun sa Station 1, kundi yung buong NCR po, para makita talaga natin at maipakita talaga natin po sa public na sobrang crowded po talaga yung ating mga detention facilities sa lahat po ng station natin sa buong rehiyon. Hindi lang po sa Station 1 or hindi lang po sa Manila Police District, kundi sa lahat po ng station natin.
Okay, balik ako sa CHR. Tell us the background there dun sa secret jail na yun. Ano ba nangyari talaga yan?
Well, first of all, during that week, before we dispatch an investigation team, the Commission actually received an information from a reliable informant who was actually detained in the said facility. And that person alleged that they were actually detained there for a period of time already. And that detention facility was actually hidden behind an object. And therefore, upon receipt of the information and pursuant to RA 9745, which mandates that the CHR must conduct a quick and prompt investigation of all things, and which also provides for on-the-spot, unrestricted, and unhampered access over all detention facilities, we immediately dispatched an investigation team. And consistent with what the informant told us, there was indeed a cabinet placed in front of the detention cell. And so the question that begs to be asked in this circumstance is, if this was a regular jail, why was there a need to hide it behind the cabinet? Because of course we always would want to encourage transparency in our detention facilities. The reason why we make accessible all of these facilities is because we want to prevent any circumstance where the public and the kin of those who are detained are not aware of the circumstances of those behind bars.
Yeah. Attorney, yung bang mga nandun sa secret jail na yun, nasa police blotter ba yun? Nakalag ba sila na sila'y detained roon?
Well, yun po yung mga bagay na iniimbestigahan po ng CHR kasi pursuant na rin po dun sa Philippine National Police Manual of Operations. Kailangan po ng lahat ng mga nangyayari sa isang estasyon, kasama na rin po yung mga operations at saka yung mga taong nahuhuli po nila ay kailangan pong nakasaad sa kanilang police blotter.
Very good. Attorney Acosta, please.
Kasi ako, gusto ko patas, ano. I became a public attorney in 1990 in Manila. Na ano ko dyan sa Tondo, na-assign ako as inquest lawyer. Ang mga police station natin, wala talagang facilities. So, pag may huli yan, hindi naman pwedeng itali sa puno, sa poste ng Meralco, o kaya doon sa pintuan ng ano. Kaya, hindi nagpaano sila eh. Yung bodega na yon, bodega na noon pa yun eh. Matagal na yon, time immemorial. Yun talaga ang napaglalagyan ng temporary, pinaka-temporaryng lagayan ng mga preso. So, ang punto doon, in fairness din naman sa CSR, ang tanong ko lang, bakit pag may problema, press-con agad? Bakit hindi mag-recommend, makipag-coordinate kay Bato agad? Gerald Bato, ito, bakit ganito to? Tapos may mga bisita po tayong from ASEAN, mga head of states. Kagad may kasamang media at binubulaga si Gerald de la Rosa. Ilang libo ba ang ating police station, ma'am? Di ba sa dami niyan, kaya ba ni Gerald Bato napuntahan lahat yan? Ay ako siguro hindi ko pa napupuntahan lahat eh. So ang punto po, talagang kulang ng pondo pagpapagawa ng mga temporary jail sa ating mga presinto. So yung nakakikita ko lang din yung, sorry sa CSR, pero yung timing naman na may mga bisita tayo, saka biglang, baga, ito may secret jail. Paano naging secret eh? Alam lahat ng public attorney na pag may susunduin kami preso, dyan po, naka-temporary. Eh wala naman din kami magawa. Alam naman payagan ko nasa poste o nasa... Saan lang na parang ibitin patiwarik dun sa kisame ng mga pulisyon. Siyempre, mas maigi, merong yung hindi sila makakatakas, lalo kung murder ang kaso. O parricide, mga hinus. So nilalagay ng pulis. Ang point ko lang, sa atin sa pamahalaan, bilang, sige matagal na ako sa gobyerno, almost 30 years, i-coordinate agad ang problema. Hindi yung parang, o yung ilong mo pango, o yung ganito mo, yung ginagawa mo mali. Hindi, we should not be confrontational. We should help one another na daanin sa santong upuan, usapan, eto problema. Pag di ginawa, di saka mo ipamidya, saka mo ibulaga.
Okay.
Pero pakita ko kasi parang hindi ganun eh. Tulong-tulong tayo para ayusin ang problema sa maayos, mapayapa, at hindi biglang parang meron ng brand. Alam mo, yung mga pulis gusto na mag-resign, ay na, kasi demoralize sila eh. Sino magtatanggol sa atin?
Okay. Karudi, coming from where you are, may mga na-booking ka bang mga secret jail nung panahon mo? Hanggang ngayon naman?
Dati, di ba, yung mga safe house.
Safe house.
So, ngayon, yan, secret jail. Pero yung issue, wag tayong lumabas dun sa issue na sinabi ko nga 1976 pa. Wala tayong mga talagang yung station natin, walang lock-up jail. Okay? So matagal na yan. Pumunta ka sa UN, yung kanilang makita mo doon, no? Daming dinadampot tapos nilalagay, no? So ngayon dahil ang bagal ng takbo ng hustisya, mga nakakulong doon sa loob. Nagiging, as you said nga, nagiging source of corruption. Ngayon, the presumption of regularity is that okay, nandoon sila, may problema, sinosolve talaga nung station commander. As you said nga, yung isang problema dyan, walang pondo. And if you're going to look at the record of the NAPOLCOM Technical Committee on Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice System, tagal na yung pinunto. Hindi talaga tinitignan. Kaya minsan, pag mag-strategize ka, paano ba itong gobyernong ito, mapapansin ito? Okay, kaya minsan, kailangan ma-expose at the time na bibigyan nila ng pansin. Of course, magiging defensive, no? Kaya, yung problema ng facilities, naging maigting, of course, kasi na-bring out ng CHR, nilabas nila at the time na meron, may advantage kasi binibigyan ngayon ng pansin. At sana nga, wag mawala doon. Yung problema, isolve natin yung problema, ang tagal-tagal na. Walang pondo, pagkain para doon sa mga dinidetain sa mga pulis, ang kukunin ng pulis yung pera, wala tayong facilities for that, no? So, ito ang dapat nabigyan pansin.
Sa dinami-dami ng budget, ano?
Correct. Ang dami. Hindi po pwedeng sabihin walang pondo. May pondo. Kung hindi lang, hindi nasa-set yung priority. Nakakatawa nga yung Bucor Modernization Act na siyang nakikita namin. Ito nga, tinanong ni attorney, ano na ba, na-implement na ba? Pinasa namin yung pinaghirapan na maipasa yon kasi parang yun ang nakikita namin solusyon dun sa Bucor. O ngayon, bakit hindi mapasa-pasa? Kahit pa nung panahon ni Pinoy, walang pondo. Okay? So ngayon na naman, pinag-aaralan na naman. Ang nakakatawa dito, meron tayong mga batas talaga, okay, na sana ipatupad, pero hindi napapatupad. Napupolitika. Ito yung sinasabi ko minsan na napupolitika yung mga bagay. No? So ito nga, itong issue niyan, about time that Congress will look at, again, this is not the first time that they're going to look at the problem ng ating mga kapulisan na pinahuhuli nila. Saan nila ilalagay? Ayun nga, yung sinasabi ni Atty. Acosta na mayroon tayong problema. Kasi yung batas natin, basta pagdating sa droga, walang plea bargaining. At ang gobyerno, dampot ng dampot, hindi kinaklasify kung ito ay hindi naman kailangan ikulong. Lagi na lang kulong. No? So, hindi naman, we have been talking about alternatives to imprisonment since the year 2000. And yet, parang it's falling on deaf ear, no?
Okay.
So, ako nakikita ko dyan, it's papasok pa rin yung priority at saka yung mamparabang ang nagdidikta sa mga batas na ginagawa, hindi talaga doon sa kapakanan ng mga tao, kung hindi minsan kapakanan ng mga nagpapasa ng batas.
All right. Yes.
So, yun ang nakakalungkot doon.
Okay. Attorney, yes please.
Una lang po, gusto ko lamang pong bigyan ng linaw yung mga ilang issue na lumalabas po doon po sa isinagawang investigasyon ng CHR. Una po, wala pong intensyon na i-time po ito sa ASEAN Summit. Bilang bahagi po ng gobyerno, kami po ay very supportive of the ASEAN initiative. And we remain committed to its ideals. It is very unfortunate that we received the information during that week. And dahil isa rin po kaming ahensya ng gobyerno na kailangan umaksyon agad, lalo na po't hinihingi po ito under RA 9745, ay kinailangan po namin gumawa ng agarang aksyon. At mas malaki pong iskandalo kapag nalaman po na hindi po umaksyon ang gobyerno at pamahalaan, kasama na rin po ang CHR dyan kung sakali mang merong impormasyon na nakarating rito. And we must understand that meron po kasing alegasyon ng torture. Kaya po it's a matter of life and death that we have to preserve life and we have to ensure that we act promptly on such information. Pangalawa po, hindi po adversarial ang CHR. Sa mas marami pong pagkakataon ay kami po nagkakaroon ng mga partnerships and collaborations with the Philippine National Police and with other agencies. In fact, just a month ago, we had a memorandum of agreement signing with the BJMP as well as the Philippine Safety College in order to further initiatives on jail reform. And mabanggit ko lamang po na noong 2015 din po ay naghain po kami ng isang human rights advisory. Ito po ay in-address namin sa lahat ng local government units at saka sa League of City Mayors At sinabi po namin na sana po mag-donate po sila ng lots sa mga Philippine National Police para po makabuo po sila at makakonstruct po sila ng mga model police stations. So yan po yung mga pakikipagtulungan na ginagawa namin. May konkretong resulta po ito. For example po, sumulat po ang Tarlac. Sabi po nila ay magdo-donate po sila ng lot sa PNP. At sabi nga po namin, hindi lamang yung detainees ang magbe-benefit rito, pati yung PNP. Sumulat rin po ang local government of Palawan in response to our advisory. So in a lot of instances, we really
May
do
positive
work
response.
with government. For example, in jail congestion, we write to the Office of the Court Administrator and to judges so that umusad po yung mga kaso at malesen po ang congestion sa jails.
Okay.
So those are some of the things that we do. Our jail visits are not for the purpose of looking for cases. In fact, at the end of the day, after their visits, ang mga investigador po ay kailangan gumawa ng mga konkretong aksyon addressed to the concerned government agencies para po matulungan yung ating mga jail custodians.
Okay. Attorney Acosta, balikan ko po yung inyong tanggapan. Ilan na po ang public attorneys ngayon at ilan ang mga hukuman? Meron ba tayong 1:1 ratio?
Wala pa po. Ang ating korte ay mahigit 3,000. Kasama ang mga appellate, Court of Appeals, Supreme Court, mahigit 3,000. Newly created courts. Kami po ay 1,000. Dati 1,048. Ngayon naging 1,665. So, sa zona po ni Pangulong Digong last year, pinangako niya na magkakaroon ng creation. Ngayon, may balita po from the DBM, positive. Around 500 ang idadagdag sa amin. So, talagang, yung pong unfair naman po yung sinasabi ng ibang, walang concern si Pangulo sa ating mga kababaeng mahirap. Hindi po totoo yun. Dahil ito pong PAW, ito po ang Principal Office of the Government para sa mahirap. Pag nadagdagan ng PAW, uusad lalo yung kaso dahil may mga PAW na mag-re-enforce para mapukpok yung Speedy Trial Act, talagang maipa-implement. Kaya lang, talagang we can do so much. Sa court, may judge, may fiscal, may PAW. May PAW kung walang fiscal, paano? Kung
Yun
walang
nga
judge.
walang
yan
judge.
Kaya shared and common responsibility ng lahat. Kailangan lahat kikilos, lahat makikipagkaisa. Tama si Manong Rudy, matagal na yan Bakit nagka-prohibition sa plea bargaining sa drugs? Kahit sa small-time user, bakit nawala yun? Paano natin maparehab kung hindi mo pwede ilabas dahil walang court order? So, ang punto doon, itong mga solusyon na ito ay nananawagan na uli ako sa mga maestrado sa Korte Suprema. Mga justices, maawa po kayo sa mga preso na naligaw lang na landas, biktima ng mga sindikato. Maawa po kayo, 80,000 po yung naghihintay na yan. Na kung yung isa, pinapansin po nyo, nag-oral argument, at talagang isa lang yon pero may 80,000. Huwag natin sisihin ng mga pulis. Talaga po yung, ulitin ko yung sa tondo, dati na po yun Wala nga sila mapaglagyan Tapos binarand ng secret jail. Paano naging secret maski yung mga kamag-anak nakakadalaw po dun. At alam ng barangay na mayroon doon. Nakandun na yun. Tinawag lang secret jail kasi may tabing na cabinet. Kasi walang bisagra, walang yung bakal-bakal na ganon.
Well, it behoves upon the authorities to look into it.
Opo, tsaka ang PAW Manila, tumawag na kahapon, tumutulong na rin sa pag-investigate yung tungkol dyan. Dahil sabi ko, laliman nyo. Kasi kung yan, baka may plot yan o to destabilize the government, di natin alam. Alamin nyo rin. Kasi we should be fair with the state. May problema nga sa pondo. Last administration sabi ko may malaki, multi-billion. Sana ilagay sa Bucor. Pondohan ng Kalambatas, BJMP, PNP, ilagay dyan. Kasi yan talaga ang primary, yung ating criminal justice system. Pag gumanda ang criminal justice system, ang human rights, tataas sa economic development natin.
Pero there was a time during the 80s, yung police hindi maka-operate kung walang support na mag-uwiting. Bakit yung pang-operate nandun sa commander. Anyway, that's another story. Noong araw yon. I hope it doesn't happen today. Pero sa taga-Masbate ka, right? You know what I'm talking about, no? Anyway, sa BJMP, ilan ang tauhan nyo, ilan ang facilities nyo? Let's get down to figures.
Well, sa ngayon, ang facilities natin, BJMP man, 466. Yan po ay yung city, district, and municipal jails nationwide. Pero ang nagmaman po dito ay 11,900 plus.
Okay.
11,900.
400 yung inyong facilities?
Yes.
Okay.
With an inmate of 142,000. So, ang ratio nga sabi ni Bucor kanina is ideally 1:7 because yung span of management na 1:7 nga. Pero sa ngayon ang escort natin ang ratio is 1:39 and 1:63 for custodial functions.
Wow. How would we explain Quezon City Jail? Yung malasardinas na piitan na nanalo ng award para sa isang photographer sa isang international competition.
Opo. Sa ngayon, mayroon na hong deed of use of rock na pinasok yung BJMP with the city government of Quezon City na mayroong location sa Payatas na i-build yung bagong facility, Quezon City Jail. Pero sa ngayon po ay pinoprogram pa yon.
Yung ba merong environmental compliance certificate dahil i-detain mo na yung tao tabi pa ng basurahan.
Kailangan may clearance po yan sa lahat ng mga required na government.
Mabuti. Ay malapit, may building na nga pala kayo. Oo, congratulations. Sa inyo po, sa corrections, you also have facilities, yung mga kolonya. How are they doing?
Well, as I mentioned a while ago, across the board, no, lahat ng facilities po namin congested. No, we have 7 facilities throughout the nation. One big irony in the case of the Bureau of Corrections, which is very different from BJMP, is that we have a lot of land. Case in point would be Iwahig in Palawan. It's about 32,000 hectares. And yet, the issue is congestion. No? So obviously, the issue is really infrastructure. No? As regards infrastructure, the last time that we ever built a big facility or big structure was way back in the 70s. So you can imagine kapag dating sa, kasi wala kami capital outlay eh. Ito man nakalipas na taon, halos wala, no? Kaya kung infrastructure pag-usapan, talagang dire need talaga, no? Aside from the personnel also, of course.
Okay, how many people do you have today at the Bureau of Corrections?
Well, as I mentioned a while ago, when it comes to custodial guards, the ratio is 1:243. We're not just talking about sa amin, because I head the Reformation group, that's also like 1:92, no? So the ratios are really wild, no? But the thing is, masimulan lang namin yung modernization namin. Of course, may phases yan, no? Matutugunan na rin eh. Nang unti-unti man lang, pero nare-resolve on the long term. Eh. Mas sustainable yung ganong klaseng approach sa solve ng mga problema.
Okay. So, there is light at the end of the tunnel, no? So to speak.
Well, again, it all boils down to resources.
To resources.
Yes.
Okay. Lagi babalik at babalik sa resources. Ano nangyari doon sa mga pinasang batas? Ha? Karudi, sige nga. Maganda to eh. Alam mo, ilang taon na ka na namin guest at ito pa rin yung sinasabi mo.
Hindi ako naniniwala ang problema walang pera. Meron. Wrong priorities. Inilalagay yung priorities sa ibang bagay. Eh. For example, gagastos ka ng billions of pesos for entertaining 10 head of states. Billions yun. Di ba? Kasi yun ang priority. So, in other words, ang dapat na baguhin yung perspektiba ng mga namumuno. Hindi kasi priority yan eh.
Okay.
Ang trabaho namin, ayan, tayo mga nandito nag-a-advocate. Paano talaga mababago yung pananaw ng mga gumagawa ng batas? Remember, ang gumagawa ng batas yung mga yung mga congressman at saka mga senador, no? Sila. Of
Sila
course,
rin yung may power of the purse eh.
Nag-i-start of course sa mga head ng department na nagsasubmit, pero hindi naman nagre-remiss in terms of submission ng mga departamento kasi sila yung nasa field. Pero pagdating na sa discussion doon sa Kongreso, doon na nawawala eh. Okay? Tapos yun inaprubahan na. Minsan approve na eh. Eto nga, batas, approve na eh. Release naman. O, tingnan mo, gumagawa ng implementing rules and guidelines ang DBM. Imagine mo yon anong expertise nila as far as the law is concerned, no? Sila yung gumagawa. Ay, ang tinitignan lang nila, magkano magagastos. Hindi priority yan. So, the allocation of resources, yun yung problema. Okay? Which is dictated by a perspective. So, kung hindi mo talaga pananaw yan, hindi mo yan priority, ay hindi yang makakakuha ng pondo. Kaya nga nag-alternative to imprisonment tayo eh. Yun nga, yung sinabi nga ni Atty. Acosta, na kung yan ay mga first time user and all those things, medyo wag mo na yan ipasok dun sa institution. Meron po pwedeng paglagakan yan eh. In other words, merong alternatives, di ba?
Yeah.
Tapos yung mga matagal na napakatagal ng nakakulong, may mga masakit na, mamamatay na nga, di ba? Bigyan mo na ng recommend mo na sa executive clemency. At ang presidente naman ay mayroong kapangyarihan na mag-grant ng
Hindi yata ginamit ni Pinoy yan, ano?
Hindi. Meron siya palang binigyan, 6. Tapos yung isa namatay na. So, yun nga, medyo yung problema noong kay Pinoy, di ba? Tapos ngayon nga, of course, nagpalaya yung presidente, meron pang araw susunod. Pero sana meron talaga. Kasi ang Board of Pardons and Parole naman, who has done the vetting on these prisoners, ang dami na nila recommendations. In fact, doon pa nag-umpisa yan nung dumating dito si Pope. There were 220, tapos naging 110 when they did the vetting, tapos naging 90, tapos walang na-release. No?
Okay.
So in other words, merong sapat na guidelines para nang sa ganon maipatupad, pero hindi napapatuwa kasi nga ang pananaw ng mga nagpapatupad nito at gumagawa ng batas ay talagang dapat baguhin.
Atty. Acosta, let me ask you. Sandali po, huwag mo umalis. Sandali lang. Hindi alis yun. Hindi. Ang tanong ko, your dissertation was about jails. I don't know whether it's timely, but I have to ask you because what have you found out doon sa inyong pag-aaral sa mga piitan?
Ang pamagat noon, mga kamatayan sa kulungan. I thank Bucor and BJMP for their full cooperation. Mga causes of death sa kulungan. Tapos, recommendations for policy transformations. Ilo-launch ko na sana yon. Kaya lang yung anak ko, pinigil ako. Kasi mami, sabi niya, marami kang masasagasaan. So, I want you, mabuhay ka pa, mami, sabi niya. So, sabi ko, mukhang to. So, ng advisor ko doon, si Secretary Judy Tagualo. So, siya yung aking principal advisor. At ang ginawa ko, after the inauguration of President Duterte, sinabit ko sa kanya ang kopya. So, siya ang meron. So, I hope nabasa niya. Kaya yung kanyang policies ngayon, mag-alala ang Bucor, BJMP, PNP, sunod-sunod yan. Kasi alam nyo, intindihan ko ang pondo, it's matter of priorities ngayon. Bago to eh. Hindi nyo naman alam kung marami silang nama ng pondo from the past. So, may problema tayo sa DAP, may problema sa PDAP. Alam nyo, gaano kalaki ang DAP. So, kung saan napunta yung DAP, yan sigurong aalamin ng ombudsman o dapat alamin ng ombudsman. Trabaho nila, hindi ko trabaho. Pero nakikita natin, yung prioritization sabi ni Manong Rudy, nung nakaraan yan, ngayon, umuusad pa lang itong bago. So magmasid po tayo, gustong-gusto, dama ko lang pansin ko lang, gustong-gusto ni Pangulong Duterte na lahat mapondohan, lahat mapagbigyan, retirement ng sundalo, retirement ng pulis, allowance, pweldo, ganun, lahat. Gustong-gusto niya, pero alam natin ang budget, isang baul lang yan eh, diyan lahat kukunin. Hindi pwede mabangkarote ang ating economy. So matter of pagpo-program, nagkakaroon sila ng programming kung paano lahat masusolusyonan.
Okay.
So itong ganitong forum, eye-opener to. I thank the CSR for their vigilance. Pero ang ko lang sana, ako as an senior officer of the government, may mga crisis tayo involving national security and national interest. Hindi lahat nakukuha. Kaagad i-broadcast mo na. Solusyon muna. And then, merong protocol as a doctor of social development. Meron kang recommendations, matter na hindi nakukuha sa santong paspasan, kailangan santong dasalan para napoproteksyonan mo din ang imahe ng ating bansa. Kasi pag nawasak ang image ng Pilipinas, my God, pinababagsak nyo ang economy natin. Pero hanggang ginubuo, unti-unti yan, parating yan sa pag-take off. Kagaya ng Cambodia, Vietnam, Singapore, naka-take off na maayos. Kasi nagkaroon ng shared and common interest na pagtulong-tulungan solusyonan ang problema. Yun po yun. Ang problema, hindi dinadagdagan. Ang problema talagang sinusolusyonan tulong-tulong.
Sandali lang po, ha, with your indulgence. I'd like to acknowledge our colleagues from FOCAP. Meron tayong mga foreign correspondents. Si Ron Calunsod is here of Kyoto. Do you have questions, Ron? Ron, please. Si Ron muna. Dali, ha. Yes, please.
Good morning. Ron Calunsod of Kyoto, Japanese. Atty. Acosta, I'd like to ask, in the context of the President's anti-drug campaign, can you give us figures of drug cases being handled by PAO? This during the Duterte administration, and you have comparative period.
Yes, I have. June 30, 2016, as of first semester of 2016, bagong po si Pangulong Digong, 82,000 ang aming pending cases. 82,000. Kasama na rin yung mga bagong huli ng pulis noon. Pero, nung magdeklara ng war on drugs, in compliance with UNODC World Drug Report of May 2016, si Pangulo, ay meron kasing rekomendasyon ang UNODC na magkaroon ng strong political will to dismantle transnational drug syndicate. Compliance siya, hindi naman niya madiskusyon dahil hindi naman siya, kumbaga, kailangan mag-diskusyon. Ako, trabaho ko yun dahil pinag-aralan ko yun as Doctor of Social Development at expert ng UNODC. So, nung December 31, 2016, my God, 303,000 ang nahawakan naming kaso. Hindi lahat nakulong yun dahil wala nga pagkukulungan. Pinauwi rin namin sa mga pamilya, sa mga kumbento, pinapunta namin, sa mga katulong namin ang mga religious groups at mga communities at NGOs. 303,000 kasama yung mga nag-voluntary surrender at talagang nangakong di na uulit. Ang pinalulungkot ko lang, yung ibang nag-voluntary surrender, niliquida sila, niliquidate sila ng mga sindikato. Akala mag-report ng kusino yung mga nagbebenta. Kaya makikita natin merong pinapacking tape, merong tinaanohan ng bibig, dahil ang signal nun, no talk, bakit ka madaldal, parang ganon, yun. Pero yung pansinin natin, pag police operation, isinusuli ng police yung yung mismong tao na walang packing tape, dahil police operation nga yun na sa legitimate operation. So ngayon, yung iba kasi, ang nangyayari, parang sinusuppress nila yung kampanya laban sa droga. Mali po yun. Dahil ang 96 million, may human rights. Kung may human rights, yung 4 million na contaminated, may human rights ang 96 million. Alam nga naman, itong 4 million, kainin na lang, lamunin na lang, itong 96 million ng 4 million. Kaya kailan itong 4 million na ito matanggal ang kamandag ng droga sa kanila. Ayan ngayon ang trust ng government. Kaya may EO15 series of 2017, last March 6, na 4 na cluster. Ano yung cluster? Law enforcement, justice, advocacy cluster, and reintegration and rehabilitation center. Member ang PAO doon sa 3, pero kami sa law enforcement. Pero makikita mo, anong advocacy? I-promote ang mga sindikato, yung ba advocacy? No! We should be in consonance and compliant with the UNODC recommendation, dismantle all syndicates, para mailigtas ang ating mga kabataan. Nadidinig natin kay Presidente, yung iba pinagtatawanan pa siya, the children of my generation and the future generation. Nandun yung recommendation ng UN. Noong nagsalita si Pangulo, sorry doon sa mga kritiko, ayan, binabarbi na ako sa Twitter pinagbababla ko na sila
Easy.
Alam nyo ba, yung sa sinasabi ni Pangulo na mga kanyang sinasabing, the Philippines should have an independent state policy. Abay, binarbi siya. Ay, nasa konstitusyon yun sa Declaration of State Principles.
Of course.
Nandun yun. Ay, nagulat yung iba, pinost ko sa Facebook, talaga palang in consonance si President. Oo, ang Pangulo, lawyer. Ang Pangulo, dating piskal. Kaya ang punto dyan, alam niya ang batas, alam niya ang UN standards. Pinag-aralan kaya sa law school ang international law.
Okay. Follow up.
Just to clarify, ma'am, so the 82,000 and 303,000 all are drug-related cases.
Yes, oo.
So, ibig sabihin, during the 6-month period, ma'am, nagkaroon tayo ng additional 221,000.
303 minus 82. Ilan yun? Dami, oo.
Ma'am, how much percent does this account for kung sa total number of cases that PAO is handling, the drugs
Yung ratio.
I-compute mo, 82, naging 303,000. Calculator kaya.
Hindi.
Total clientele, 303,000. We have 600,000 cases. So, more than 50%. O talagang lumobo po. At ang jail natin, ang dating datos namin, 80%. Ang sabi ni 63 to 64%. Lumiit po yan. Dahil nagkaroon naman kami ng acquittal 13,000 last year. Ibig sabihin, nabigyan ng due process, buhay na buhay. Kaya yung bintang na utos ng Estado, pumatay, hindi.
Okay.
Di wala sana kaming 303,000 clients.
Alright.
Yung mga yan, imbestigahan. Kaya nagpakulong tayo, HPG, PNP, CIDJ, mga nakakulong na, Dilariarte case, Bontanto case, nandyan yan, Espinosa case, Pau po ang active na nag-investigate with the PNP. So, ang punto dun, bakit pag kada may mamatay, sasabi state sponsored? No! Hindi po sinabi ng Pangulong pumatay ng walang kaawa-awa. Ang sabi, iligtas mo ang sarili mo. Kung ikaw mapapatay, lumaban ka. Ganun.
Yes.
Suportado po ng CHR ang kampanya laban sa droga. In fact, kapag in-scrutinize po natin ang RA 9165, makita po natin doon sa policy of that law na ang pangunahing objective niyan ay para i-save ang mga youth at vulnerable sector po ang mga kabataan. Kaya po, yun na lamang yung ating suporta sa kampanya laban sa droga. Mula nung nag-umpisa ito, ang iginiit ng CHR ay bisitahin lamang natin yung metodolohiya. Rather from approaching it from the perspective of law and order, sabi natin, tignan natin from the perspective of health. Yun din po yung nakasaad sa UNODC na sabi natin, bago isagawa yung kampanya laban sa droga or habang isinasagawa yung kampanya laban sa droga, dapat i-foresee natin na maraming mahuhuli, ayusin muna natin yung kondisyon sa mga jails. Magbigay tayo ng budget para po magka-construct tayo ng mga bagong facilities, tulad po ng sinasabi ni BJMP, at lahat para po ma-accommodate lahat to, wala tayong problema sa congestion, tulad ng sinasabi po ni Atty. Acosta kanina, para po hindi mamroblema ang kapulisan, ang BJMP at ang Bucor. At ang sabi rin po sana natin, tulad nga po sabi ni Father, ay sana po magkaroon ng approach na towards rehabilitation. Mabanggit ko rin po na ang CHR po ay laging nag-exert ng effort na magkaroon ng dialogo sa PNP. Kasama po namin si General Shervon ng Philippine National Police Human Rights Affairs Office na laging nagmi-meeting po. At pinarating po namin sa kanya ilang beses na po na gusto po sana makadialogo ng komisyon si General Bato. At noong nakaraang mga buwan ay busy raw po siya. Kaya lang we are very much encouraged by his recent statements na gusto po niyang makipag-meeting para po mapag-usapan itong mga issue na ito. And mabanggit ko rin po na napaka-importante po nung proseso ng investigasyon. Wala pa pong konklusyon pag nag-iimbestiga, kaya naman po sinisikap namin na makakalap ng katotohanan. Pinapakinggan po namin ang panig ng bawat isa. Sa proseso po ng CHR, binibigyan po namin ng pagkakataon ang pulisya na magbigay ng kanilang panig. Kung meron pong sapat na ebidensya, makakaasa po sila na madidismiss po ang mga kasong ito. At kung wala naman po, hindi po maaaring tumalikod ang CHR doon sa nakasaad po sa konstitusyon na mandato niya. At pinapahalagahan po natin ang karapatan ng bawat isa dahil po alinsunod na rin po ito sa polisiya ng Estado na nakasaad sa Article 2, Section 11, that the state values the dignity of every human person. Every po talaga yan and guarantees full respect for human rights.
Okay, now the question for Kim is this. Sa dinami-dami na nahuhuli ninyo na nagtutulak at may droga, ilan ang minor de edad? Anong ratio? Anong ratio? Mahalaga to dahilan sa sensitive issue pa rin to.
I don't have po the specific ratio ng minors. Pero dito po sa NCR, konting-konti lang.
Konting-konti.
Mga minors, yes.
Pag sinabing minor de edad, that's below 18, right?
Yes. Normally po sila nagagamit sila sa strategic ng pagbili ng drugs. So hindi po talaga namin sila sinasama sa huli talaga. For example, we had one case po hindi po dito sa NCR, pero gagamitin ko po yung sa Cordillera. 3 weeks ago, may nahuli po tayo sa checkpoint. Family, 4 kids, one mother, and one who acted as a father. So nag-act sila na family. But in fact, bumili lang po sila ng marijuana sa Cordillera, ginamit yung mga bata. So immediately, in-isolate po natin yung mga bata, yung adults na ang hinuli natin. So we don't really, kinukustody ng pulis yung mga bata, hinihiwalay po natin sila talaga. So,
Very good.
Hindi po natin sila, yes.
Ang isang issue kasi rito, may panukala na ibaba yung liability ng mga minor de edad.
Opo.
Oo.
We leave that to the expert.
Yeah,
to
Brother
look
Rudy,
at.
from your end, tapos sa CHR at kay Chief, dahil isa siya sa mga nagsulong nung karapatan ng mga minor de edad.
Kasi ang problema ko sa gobyerno ay yung ano ba talaga yung facts. Simple yung tanong mo, ilan sa mga sinasabing kung 87,000 yan, 300,000, ilan dyan yung kabataan? At ilan dyan yung ano? Madalas sabihin kasi ng pulis, ginagamit ang kabataan ng mga sindikato. Pag tinanong mo naman sila, ilan yan? Kasi nga, bigla ka magkakaroon ng batas na iniisip mo in the first place will prevent yung paggamit ng mga bata, pero actually hindi naman. So, yun yung statistics. Kahit sa NAPOLCOM Technical Committee, I always task the police, can you give us, when the President says that a great majority of our barangays are drug-infested, anong basihan noon? Ang lagi na lang sasabihin, the President must have an intelligence, he must have his own. Isn't it that it should be the law enforcers who should know this, no? Yun ang sinasabi natin. Ngayon kung meron disparity between what the President is saying and then the law enforcers, who is the agency tasked to rationalize and reconcile this, no?
Yeah.
Kasi ang hirap gumawa ng strategic plan, ang hirap na, halimbawa sabihin, tumulong ka rito, ganito yung action, nang hindi natin alam yung situation. Recently, we invited Dr. Reyes, who is the chairman of the Dangerous Drug Board, di ba, who is supposed to draw policies, no?
Of course.
Tapos ngayon, inihatag niya, sabi namin, pakita mo nga sa amin, ano ba talaga yung drug situation? And yet, dun lang sa statistics nagkakagulo na kasi meron siyang sinabi na statistics nila, pero meron din daw yung intelligence, no? So, who is going to reconcile this, di ba? And on the basis of the if you don't know the situation, it's like a doctor, kung hindi mo alam yung sitwasyon ng pasyente, mali yung iyong solusyon. Halimbawa, okay, totoo, sinabi nga ni Atty. Acosta, nag-put up ng napakalaking center doon sa Tanay, dalhin daw doon. Nauna yung solusyon bago dun sa situation. So ngayon, even none other than the Secretary of Health is saying that we build an elephant facility kasi nga, ilan lang yung nandoon.
500 daw.
Pagkatapos ngayon, ang ini-encourage ngayon ay mag-put up daw ng mga facilities na regionalized. Ano nangyari doon sa billions of pesos na tinayo doon?
Donation yun.
Kahit na donasyon, kasi you can even tell kung sino yung magdo-donate, kung ito yung pangangailangan namin. Ito yung sinasabi ko na kailangan muna ng pagsusuri. Kaya kami, nung sa NAPOLCOM, when we were tasked to come out with a strategic plan, the first thing is, ano ba yung situation?
Okay.
Unless you are able to put up a situation, then I don't think you will be able to come out with a solution.
Okay.
So yun yung isang factor doon, no? So medyo may certain kind of difficult doon sa area nga.
Yeah.
Nagpapasalamat po tayo kay Atty. Acosta dahil sinulong po niya yung karapatan ng mga bata. Alam niyo po, ang PAO kasama ng CHR ay nagsusulong ng karapatan ng mga vulnerable sectors. At ang mga kabataan po, or the children, are actually vulnerable sectors because of their physical, mental, and social immaturity. Kailangan po ng special protection and assistance. Kaya ganoon na lamang po yung maraming batas patungkol sa mga bata. And yung MACR po is, sabi nga po natin, bago natin isulong yung batas, tignan po natin, is it to the best interest of the child? Kasi sabi po doon sa RA 7610, yung atang anti-child abuse law, kailangan po nating suriin lagi, ito ba ay makakabuti doon sa interest ng bata? And kapag isasama natin ang mga bata na hindi pa physically, mentally, and socially developed and mature, at tatabi natin sila sa mga tao na nakalabag na sa batas, mai-impluwensyahan po kaya sila sa mabuti o sa mas masama. And eventually, mas magiging problema po kayo ito ng Estado or hindi. And syempre, meron pong obligasyon ang Estado na siguraduhin pong maganda yung kinabukasan ng mga kabataan. Kaya naman po, hinihikayat natin, ayon na rin po sa Convention on the Rights of the Child, na sana po ay hindi maibaba yung age of criminal responsibility. Although naiintindihan po natin yung problema ng maraming mga barangay at mga local governments dahil nga po sabi nila ay marami pong mga batang ginagamit ng mga sindikato at marami po sa mga batang ito ay hindi po nasusubaybayan ng kanilang mga magulang. Kaya lang po, ang sagot po dyan ay yung intervention programs na sinasabi po under RA 9344 na kailangan pong pagtulungan na i-implement ng lahat ng mga government agencies para po talagang masolusyonan itong problemang ito.
Very well. Attorney Acosta, you have some facts and figures?
Yes, ang nung isang taon, whole of 2016, ang aming hinawakan CICLs ay 22,136.
Children in conflict with the law.
Actually, ang madami dito yung 12 years to 15 years old. 12 years to 15 years old. Kasi, at part of post-adolescence stage na yun eh. 12 to 15. Yung move na ibaba ng 9, hindi talaga din ako payag. Sorry po. Payag ako, win-win hanggang 12 years old. Ida-divert naman yan eh. Hindi dadalhin sa selda yan eh. Hindi yan makukulong. Yung 15 to 12, DSWD yan eh. Saka sa mga tahaan na ng mga kabataan, doon dinadala. Hanggang 12. Kasi yung may mga cases ng parricide, murder, drug courier, 14 years old, 13 years old, 12 years old. Yung mga yon. Pero below 12, madalang ang may kaso niyan. Yung below 12 years old.
Opo.
Hanggang 12, yung payag ako, kasi may position paper na ako dyan, kasi wala rin akong magawa pag gusto ng kongreso. Pero kung ibabalik hanggang 9, talaga mag-oppose po ako. Dahil yung 9-year-old, napaka-baby pa yan eh. 9 to 11, yan, baby po yan.
Opo. Doon po sa 22,136 last year, ngayon po, ilan na po?
Ito ay sa tingin ko na hindi ko dalayan, nakangalahati ito. Ang natira mga 10,000. Nasa diversion pa kasi iba eh. Hindi agad namin pinapauwi. Lalo kung below 15 ang kaso ay murder, hindi pinapauwi yun. Dadalhin yun sa DSWD. Kaya lang, ang point doon, kapag within lang yun, 3 months, papauwiin na rin. Ang nakikita namin, pag pumatay, papatay uli eh. Lalo kung di na-rehab ng bonggang-bongga. So, ang punto doon...
Bago yun ah. Paano yung na-rehab na bonggang-bongga?
Para mainit yung ako eh. Medyo na kasi ako, natatouch lang ako sa mga efforts din ng ating law enforcers.
Yeah.
Ayoko silang ma-demoralize. Ako ang pouch chip na kapag biktima ang nauna, mas inuuna ko ang biktima. Kasi itong mga drug user na small time, biktima to ng mga traffickers eh. O, di ba? Tapos tong ating mga napansin ko, kaya ako talaga tumulong dito, yung mga chapels, ninanakawan ng mga kontaminado, may mga pari pang napatay, so may obispo. So ang punto doon, everybody can be a possible victim of this menace.
Okay.
So kaya ano yung maganda, pag-usapan ng paupo, yun ang sasabi ko kanina. So ito, dito sa 22,000 na ito, ay ulitin ko, majority dito ay nasa 12 years old to 15 years old.
Okay. Yes.
Good morning ho, Jubilee Guzman ng DWBL. Atty. Acosta, napakaganda ho nang narinig ko ngayong araw na to kasi first time ko lang nakita kayo na nagsalita na tungkol sa yung cooperation ng grupo. Actually, napakapangit po ng dating sa ibang bansa kasi halos OFW mga listeners ko. Masyadong nade-demoralize yung ating mga men in uniform. Kawawa ho. ang CHR, maganda man yung ginagawa nila, hindi nakikita ng mga tao. Yung communication problem, ang problema dito. Yung media mileage, problema rin. Kami yung maliliit na media lang kami. Hindi kagaya ng malalaking media. Pero pili lang yung kanilang mga sinasabi. Hindi ho ba po pwede, ma'am, na kayo po mismo, pag-isahin natin yung mga grupo na nagkakahiwalay-walay, lalo na sa communication. Pwede ho bang gumawa kayo ng isang salita? Kawawa ho yung mga kapulisan natin. Kahit yung kapitbahay namin na pulis, takot makipag-usap sa akin. Hindi tuloy ako, kahit ako, isang tao din na nangangailangan ng tulong ng pulis. Pero kung nalalaman nilang taga-media ako, iniiwasan kami. Pwede po bang gumawa ng isang communication, yung i-announce sa lahat ng station, kahit ako sa kung gagawa ng pakiusap.
Hindi, palagi ko meron na. Andiyan na si Mocha. Maraming followers. No, I'm serious about it. Because she has a lot of followers.
Naiintindihan
Oh,
ko pa
millions.
naman. Kasama ko rin naman siya. But the point there, iba yung initiative ko, di ba? Meron din kami sariling followers. Ang akin lang po, ma'am, huwag kayong magsawa na maglabas ng isang na ang grupo na to, ang men in uniform, ang CHR na meron din namang mabuting ginagawa.
Kailangan ng CHR kasi yan ang talagang magpuprotect ng humanity.
Opo, pero ang
Human rights for all. Kailangan.
lalabas po kasi negatibo eh. Ako, biktima.
Eh na nga kasi ang naka-highlight, one instance, ang ahatulan na yung police, criminal, murderer, hindi pa naman natapos ang investigasyon.
Biktima rin po ako na
Oo, may
crime eh.
Oo.
Kapatid ko po, pinatay.
Ay, yung kapatid ko.
Wala kami
Ayun.
tulong sa CHR. Napabayaan kami. So, anong gagawin ko? Di ganun din ako, di ba? So, yun po yung sana yung mahingi ko lang sa inyo.
Gagawa po tayo ng kumbaga ay statement. Opo, ayusin po natin kasi I am prepared to be trolled. Kasi tinignan ko nga yung Twitter eh. Mag-aral daw ako ng batas uli. Eh sabi ko, sorry, teacher ako ng batas for 27 years. Tapos pag-aaralin mo pa ako ng batas. Ay, hindi nga. Pag ang batas, hindi ko nabasa, hindi ko alam. Pero pag binasa ko, alam ko. Desisyon ng korte, kung di ako pernis, hindi ko talaga mababasa yun. Kung di pa nilalabas ng korte. Press con pa lang ni Atty. Wala talaga mababasa. So, ang punto doon ay respetuhan ng bawat mandato. Kung may problema, pag-usapan face-to-face. Ika nga, face-to-face. Pag-usapan, hindi yung may ipapalabas sa media, confrontational. Siyempre yung media, ilalabas yun. Yun ang press ko nila eh.
So, parang
Kaya,
TV5 face-to-face.
face-to-face natin. Dahil kilala ko rin naman si Chairman Gascon. Kasama ko, API Pelo yan. API Pelo ako. Para kami scholar ng Japan. So, IB rin yan, alam ko. So, pareho kami ng upbringing, kumbaga. So, yung mga problemang ito, pag-usapan, para ang tawag dito, mga national security issue to eh. Pag-involve ang police, national interest yan eh. Hindi po pwedeng ikaw ang maggagawa ng toxicity. Dapat matuto kang mag-toxic control dahil yung kababayan natin punong-puno na ng problema sa buhay, kahirapan, sa mga anak. Tapos para pang nakikita away-away. Parang hindi mo na solusyonan, nadagdagan mo pa yung problema. Ikaw ang
Okay.
nagiging problema ng bayan.
Thank you. Yes, please.
Kunin ko po itong pagkakataon na ito para po linawin rin po yung mandato ng CHR. Well, una po sa lahat, bahagi po kami ng gobyerno, kaya po nakikipagtulungan kami lagi sa gobyerno. At mabanggit ko lamang po, kasi misperception po na kalaban po kami ng mga police or ng mga state authorities. Hindi po yan totoo. Dahil patunay nga po, sinuportahan po namin ang Philippine National Police Modernization Bill noong 2015. Kasi naniniwala po kami na kinakailangan po ng Estado na ma-embrace yung kanyang role para po pangalagaan ng karapatang pantao. Pabanggit ko rin po na marami pong mga tao ang naghahanap sa CHR kapag may nangyari po sa kanilang mga kaanak, sa mga murder, homicides, or rape. And akala po sa CHR ay police or kinukuha namin or role namin ang tumugon sa bawat paglabag ng karapatang pantao. Mabanggit ko lamang po na ang Estado po sa pamamagitan ng iba't ibang ahensya tulad ng PNP, ng DOH, ng DepEd, ang siya pong nangangalaga sa mga karapatang pantao. At ang role po ni CHR ay mag-monitor at mag-advise sa government at mag-educate at mag-advocate. So kapag meron pong magandang ginagawa or may mga kakulangan, tulad po ng mga pagtitipon na ito, kailangan po natin pag-usapan yung mga standards ng international human rights at saka domestic laws. Kaya lang pag meron pong alegasyon na maaaring meron pong paglabag. Wala pa pong sinasabing konklusyon na meron na pong human rights violation, kailangan pong mag-imbestiga at kailangan rin po bilang konsensya ng gobyerno tawagin yung pansin. Kaya lang, at the end of the day po, yung rekomendasyon namin ay nagkakaroon lamang ng bigat kung ito rin po ay tatanggapin ng gobyerno. Kaya we are very keen on engaging government.
Okay.
Mas marami pong pagkakataon na marami po kami pakikipagtulungan sa PNP. In fact, sa mga regional training schools po, bahagi po ang CHR sa mga lectures, sa BJMP po and everything.
Okay. We're about to close and wind up. May dadagdag si Kim. Papapaalam na tayo. Huwag kang mag-alala.
Bago umalis yun. Anyway,
Aalis na tayo.
alis na tayo. Yes, sa panig po ng Philippine National Police po, no? Specifically National Capital Region, gusto ko lang po talagang siguro tapusin yung issue na yun doon sa secret jail. Ano? First, we have, at the onset, we have acknowledged, and expressed our gratitude to the CHR for doing the inspection at the time. And on the next morning, we did the necessary actions that were supposed to be taken by NCRPO. And we also have acknowledged the problem as nabanggit na nga po natin dito. No? Ang hinihilang at naiintindihan ko po yung stand ng CHR. But I will also have to agree po kay Atty. Acosta, who has been our long parang legal advisor in the police, kasi katulong po talaga namin siya noon pa na importante po kasi talaga na I myself, I've been in the field I was in narcotics for 5 years. Never at one instance po na lumabas ako sa media. Hindi po ako lumabas sa media. Lagi pong may investigation muna bago kami maglabas ng accomplishment. At least for the 5 years that I was an undercover agent. Ang point ko po doon, tama naman po na gawin natin yung role natin, no, bilang ahensya ng gobyerno. Kaya lang po, I will also have to strongly agree with Atty. Acosta na sana po mauna muna yung trabaho namin. Sana unahin muna natin yung trabaho natin kasi po, ang nangyari po talaga dun sa secret jail na yan, it was tagged as a secret jail. No? Tinag kasi siya po na kung titingnan po natin siya sa realidad, hindi naman po talaga it was just a commander doing his job to try and address whatever is the concern dun sa station. Kasi po, prior to that, the former commander was also removed for the reason that when the CHR did the inspection po, naihalo yung under investigation dun sa na-inquest na po. So, ang ginawa niya pong staging area yung tinawag na secret jail para hindi po maihalo yung under investigation na huli doon sa na-inquest na. Yun po yung nangyari doon. So it's just a matter of, tama po yung sabi rin ng concerned media natin, it's a matter of communication po siguro. We give due respect to each other's job, but also we also have to look at the national security nga po, yung ating, yung nation building natin na gusto nating gawin. Because if we want to build really NCR in this nation, to become better, we have to help each other.
Okay, Kim, how far has the PNP gone into looking after the ninja cops and those in cahoots with drug syndicates?
That has been an investigation done by the Internal Affairs Service. We have relieved almost 90 police officers po natin.
Okay, sandali.
Yes.
We'll just have to... Sandali lang, picture muna tayo
Sige po.
with Chief Acosta.
We're not gonna let her go without a photo.
If we're to look forward, no, sa mga susunod na buwan, what do we expect? Let's say from the Philippine National Police.
Kami po we are really wanting to sit down with CHR. That was really in fact, that was the first pronouncement made by the regional there, at least for NCRPO po. I'm speaking only on behalf of NCRPO, of course, Police Director Albayalde. Yun po talaga that was the first pronouncement he made. The next morning, like in the first, yung morning po after the inspection of the CHR. Yes. That was the first pronouncement po that he really wanted to do, because we wanted to work with CHR and move forward to how we can help each other, recommend for the building of detention facilities nga po, because he wanted to engage the LGU to help us, because that's the way that's one of the solutions that we're looking at po for the LGUs to help us build better detention facilities, because well, same issues po. Pero sabi nga po ni Sir, hindi sa walang pera Depende lang po kung paano gagamitin yung pera. Kasi sabi nga po ni Sir Abed, wala po kaming specific budget to build an ideal yung detention cell. Kasi
Okay.
even if we build a detention cell naman po, if it's not ideal, then it's
Para kay?
useless.
Of course.
We immediately even went to Taguig because we had 18 casualties po with Taguig City Detention Facility, 18 na nakadetain po doon namatay. In total, we have 26 who died of natural causes. Our Department of Health helped us with that. To talaga pong parang sila po yung nag-investigate and look at the issue talaga. So it was health, and the detention facility po talaga it's not really good for our yung mga naaresto natin. So yun po yung tinitingnan namin. We wanted to look at how we can move forward and solicit the help of probably the LGU, of course, para po tulungan tayo. And we're also looking at speaking to the Senate, which sila po yung nag-invite sa PNP po para tignan kung ano yung pwede pa rin nilang gawin to help us also with the funding. That's already on the works. So we're waiting for the schedule po to be done by Senate, and we will be looking forward to that.
Yeah, okay. Very well. Maganda yan. Sa CHR po, anong mga program thrusts ninyo for the next few months?
Well, before I answer your question, we always welcome pronouncements from the Philippine National Police as well as other agencies for open communication and dialogue. In fact, after the chief NCRPO released a statement the following day, Chairperson Chito Gascon shared it because he was very happy with the response of Director Agbayalde. And we welcome pronouncements such as this because it also indicates that they do not tolerate circumstances such as this. And it's very important that such message is cascaded to the lower ranks so that they will avoid similar incidents in the future. The next steps, well, I've mentioned a while ago that we have engaged with the League of Mayors so that they will fast-track the donation of lots to the PNP so that they can construct model police stations. So hopefully, aside from the provinces such as Palawan and Tarlac, we will get more commitments from the LGUs so that they can donate lots. And our approach right now is we are centering on the theory of change. I have this theory of change during my project that if we uplift the welfare of the police together with the detainees, then torture prevention will work better. So doon po sa pag-iikot natin noon sa lahat ng mga piitan nationwide, nakita natin wala pong budget ang PNP sa mga detainees. Hinain natin yan sa DBM. So, isa-send po namin uli agad yung recommendation namin ulit. We also found out that there are variations in terms of the maintenance of registers in lockup cells. So, the PNP during the National Summit on Torture Prevention last 2016, last year, committed that they will enact policies providing standardization. Kung computerized yan, sana lahat na ng police stations computerized, and yung mga security precautions nila para po may karoon ng standardization. Hiningi rin po natin sa summit last year at nagkaroon po ng commitment from the PNP that they will also provide trainings for their jail guards. Kasi po, the Philippine National Police is very much trained in law enforcement. But based on the surveys that we conducted, doon po sa project na iyon, we found out that they have little or no training on handling detainees. And as I mentioned a while ago, dahil tumatagal na po yung mga detainees sa ating lockup cells, at para maiwasan rin po na nagkakaroon sila ng liability because we don't also want them to be faced with cases, importante po that they are sufficiently trained also in the handling of detainees as much as the BJMP is and other jail custodian authorities. So patuloy po yung aming pakikipagtulungan. It does not get a lot of media coverage or mileage, these engagements and partnerships with the government, but rest assured that we are continuing to collaborate in a lot of ways with government.
Yung bang bilang ng mga taong humihingi ng assistance sa CHR nadagdagan with this reinvigorated campaign against drugs?
To the contrary po, mas konti po yung humihingi ng tulong. In fact, almost 95% of the cases that we are investigating are on our own initiative o yung tinatawag naming motu proprio investigations. But during the period where there was a cessation or suspension of the campaign on drugs, we noted that there was an increase in the number of persons who asked for assistance. But immediately after it resumed again, the numbers went down. So, ito po yung sinasabi natin that there is some fear. There is some fear. It's also part of the difficulty that we're having in the investigation of cases. A lot of witnesses and a lot of kin are hesitant to divulge whatever they know because of fear of reprisal. And that is the reason why we encourage PNP and law enforcement agencies to conduct their investigations, because it also sends a message to the world that they are not tolerating or condoning such instances. When we are able to demonstrate that the state through the law enforcement agencies are conducting investigations, in itself, it becomes evidence that it is doing something and is not
Okay.
tolerating the situation. Kaya patuloy po yung panawagan namin na mag-imbestiga sila. And we are also happy to note that in the Bertes case, in the Pasay case, it's the PNP which actually filed the case. And we are happy that the DOJ actually came up with a resolution finding probable cause. And they used the CHR forensic examination report as basis for coming up with a probable cause. So, yun po yung example ng pakikipagtulungan ng PNP at saka CHR. And if this is amplified to the world and to the international community, then it sends a strong message that the state is not condoning or tolerating this EJ case.
Okay. Now, balik ako sa NCRPO. Top grosser daw yung Caloocan dun sa mga napapatay. Sinabi ni Atty. Acosta na merong mga vigilante killings. Meron kayong deaths under investigation. How far have you gone in your investigation?
Okay. I am afraid that I will not be able to give you details for all of that because
Of course.
the investigation was passed on to the Internal Affairs Service. And
okay.
the Internal Affairs Service is not in any way under the regional director or the chief PNP po. So it's
Okay.
really some of them are PNP, pero po kasi it has been a long time independent body, so it is not influenced by
Yeah.
by the chief or the
Yeah,
regional
of
director.
course, of course.
And we leave it to them to render the reports and provide the public po with the progress of the cases
Okay.
that they handle. As far as NCRPO is concerned po kasi, the regional director of the IAS, Senior Superintendent Santa Ana, does that. So, kung kailangan po namin ng report to put it on our records, hinihingi na lang po namin din sa kanila yung result ng kanilang
Okay.
ng datos nila. So, we leave it to them for the IAS to investigate.
You know, my apprehension is this. Should IAS take a long time to investigate and fail to come up with facts and figures?
Hindi naman po. I think they constantly update po the spokesperson of the chief with the progress of their investigation. So, yun, ano po kasi, parang nationwide po yung ginawa. It's
Yeah.
not, yung hindi po siya yung per region.
It was discussed during
Yes.
the Real Numbers
Apo.
Forum at narong kami
That's
ni Ron
nandun din
Calunsod.
po. Yes.
Pinag-usapan yon. Kaya lang, ang problema mo, kung hindi kasinong naha-highlight yung nalulutas.
Opo.
May
Tahimik po yung ano
magkakaroon ng
tahimik
perception
po
na
kasi
state-sponsored.
I would probably remind yun na yung ating spokesperson mismo ng ating chief ng Philippine National Police siguro po to update the public para po mailabas tahimik po kasi yung IAS natin na nagtatrabaho so they don't really go to the media and ito yung tapos na ganun po sila. But rest assured po na yung ating internal cleansing, patuloy po talaga nating ginagawa yan. Hindi po yan tumitigil talaga, yung internal cleansing natin for our police officers. Tuloy-tuloy po nating ginagawa yan. And also, of course, rest assured also na hindi po natin kinakampiyan o kinakatigan man kung ano po yung ginagawa ng mga kapulisan natin na mali. Yun pong kalookan po nabanggit nyo, no? Meron po kasi tayong pagpapaliwanag po dyan, sir, no? Kasi po yung Caloocan, boundary po kasi siya, Region 3, Region 4. So may mga karatig po siya na province na dinadaanan ng mga maraming tao. Kaya po yan, yung mga patayan po dyan, not necessarily Caloocan yung involved. Ganun po yung ating nakikita dyan. So tinitingnan po yan lagi ni Chief Superintendent Fajardo dahil area po niya yan. And of course, napupunta po sa kanya yung pagtatanong na bakit maraming namamatay dun sa area na yon. So tinitingnan po niya yung tinututukan po niya yon. Pinaalala po yan ng Regional Director natin sa kanya para po makita natin yung nature nung mga cases na yan.
Yeah, kung sa bagay, sa atin, sa Bicol, pag sinabi mo Quezon Bicol Zone, nandyan yung mga NPA, no? May tri-boundaries Pero how does CHR react to the statement of the President na huwag na munang i-detain yan, gagastos pa tayo, patayin na lang? Ano kaya yun? Biro kaya yun? Sarcasm or what?
Well, from the very beginning, and it also emanated from his office, that his words should not always be taken literally. And so the CHR naman always endeavors that it remains non-partisan, and it would just like to look at what is really happening on the ground. Although, of course, we would always caution high-ranking officials that it is very prudent for them that in matters of issuing statements, they must remember that lower-ranking officers would not always necessarily have the right disposition in terms of mental faculties and attitude to discern whether or not that is a policy or not. So in that way, we encourage really for all of officials to remain prudent in uttering statements. Although, again, sabi nga natin na that is the yun po.
Okay. Tinapos mo, bitin na.
Ako lang dagdagan yung sinabi ni ma'am.
It's quite different from bigla ka nalang kakanta ng I Believe I Can Fly, no? Iba yun. Okay.
Hindi, dadagdagan ko lang po yung sinabi. I mean, siguro po, regardless kung ano po yung nabibitawang salita ng ating mahal na presidente po, no? Sa kapulisan naman po, we have standard operating procedures. We have always reminded our commanders on the ground to follow strictly po yung ating human rights, yung ating maximum tolerance, yung procedures po natin sa ating operational procedures and guidelines po sa Philippine National Police. So, wala naman po tayong bina-violate na mga procedures natin. Just so because the President said, this, na itali na lang yan, wag na lang yan, patayin na lang. Hindi po ganun yan. So, sinusunod naman po natin yung batas na kung ano man po yung nakasaad sa batas natin. At patuloy po natin yan gagawin. Everybody is passionate about this war on drugs. We are part of it, and we are part of the team implementing the war. So hindi po natin pababayaan na mag-fail yung ating kampanya na ito laban sa droga.
Okay. Kayo po sa BJMP at sa Bucor, sabi mo 60 pesos. Ano yung per day yung pakain? Ano nakakain ng 60 pesos? Pakisuyo nga po, pakipaliwanag. Baka maikwento ko sa misis ko yan para makatipid kami.
Well, ang pinagkakasya po natin yon yung pinaka masustansyang pagkain na pwedeng mabili sa tatlong pagkain sa isang araw ng 60 pesos. So of course, nandiyan na po yung gulay. Meron naman po tayong mga nutritionist and dietitian per region, and in some jails meron pong naka-detail doon para i-determine po yung menu na kailangan lutuin sa kanila.
So, you get a caterer or you cook the food? Paano?
as of now, it's by administration. The jails are cooking the food themselves, the inmates, para
So, wala
ma-ensure din
nakikinig?
yun, wala po. Wala.
Mabuti po
Sa
kung
case
ganun.
ng BJMP.
Nagkakasya yun.
Yes.
Okay. Hindi naman natitira yung sabaw sa detainee, yung karne dun sa opisyal.
Hindi po. Mas kailangan po ng ating persons deprived of liberty na masustansya ang kanilang pagkain. Kailangan unahin po natin.
Yeah. Thank you for the clarification. Sa Bucor, how true is it na merong mga pinalalaya na ayaw pang lumaya dahil walang uuwian dahilan sa stigma ng isang galing sa bilibid?
Totoo yun. Pero it's not that each individual who is released from prison has that same kind of disposition, no? Matagal na actually sa bilangguan, literally, no? Magkasama pa kami ni Brother Rudy doon pa. Sa karanasan ko po, may mga bilanggungan na dahil nga naging comfort zone, no? Believe it or not, naging komunidad nila, no? Ang mga kasamahan nila sa loob ng bilangguan. Kaya factor din yun. No? Factor din halimbawa na marami din, no? A significant percentage, I'd like to say, no? Na totoo, wala na silang mauwian. Marami na, tinakwil na ng pamilya. No? So, malaking tanong yung ano na mangyayari nila sa kanila sa laya. Kaya mahalaga sa amin, kaya babalikan ko kala yung halaga ng batas na yon. Nakasad kasi sa batas na yun, yung halaga ng tinatawag namin pre-release at post-release. No? Kailangan talaga masubaybayan pa sila sa paglaya. Hindi sapat yung paglaya nila, okay na kami. Hindi eh. Sabi ko kanina, ang batayan ng tagumpay namin ay kung kamusta sila sa laya. No? Kaya mahalaga yung post-release. Darating sana ang panahon na yun na masusubaybayan nga namin sila. No? I also mentioned there's actually one gap that we have. Kung titin natin mga ahensya ng gobyerno, nasasalo yung mga parolado no, pag lumaya kasi nandyan ang Parole and Probation Administration. No? Pero, hindi nasasalo yung mga served sentence, yung sinasabi namin served sentence. Kaya, sa nabanggit ko na yun sa mga kasamahan ko sa Bureau of Corrections, kaya nakikipag-ugnayan na rin ako sa iba't ibang ahensya rin ng gobyerno, hindi lang gobyerno, kundi pati sa mga non-government, no? Kasi yan ang pinanggalingan ko, non-government. No? Na mahalaga na masubaybay at makamusta yung mga lumalaya kasi hindi sapat talaga na pag lumaya na ang tao, handang-handa na talaga siya bumalik sa lipunan.
Do we have questions from... Yes, from Kyodo.
Question for Director Perfecto and Senior Superintendent Moreno. I'd just like to ask if there's an actual infrastructure project in the pipeline for to build detention center facilities.
As regards actually facilities, no? In the pipeline, actually, in the submitted budget that we have for 2018, we're already going to embark on because one of the directions now of the Bureau of Corrections is regionalization. The big advantage of regionalization is that loved ones now are nearer to their families, no? And as someone who heads Reformation of the Bureau of Corrections, that is crucial for me, no? Because it's very crucial that in the Reformation programs that we have, that the families also themselves participate. Having said that, there is also in the pipeline, I think it has come out in media already several times, this PPP project, no, in Nueva Ecija. I think Brother Rudy mentioned it a while ago. We are redirecting that project. It is very clear from the stance of the Bureau of Corrections that we are favoring anything that aligns itself with regionalization. In the case of the mega prison in Nueva Ecija, it is not aligned. To put up a facility that will house 25,000 is not wise. That's very clear. No? Because sooner or later, if we're going to move towards regionalization, that will become a white elephant. Another is the solution to the problem, the many problems that we have at the Bureau of Corrections, is not to literally transfer the population of NBP and correctional institution for women to one facility. You know? Even coming from a criminal justice point of view, of which that is my profession, it is a management nightmare if you have a facility that big. No? International standards call for actually facilities that can only house 2,000 or 3,000. This mega prison is calling for 25,000. So that's in the pipeline. So what we are trying to do now is we redirect it and invest in the expansion of our current facilities and then the establishment of new facilities. No? We've been very fortunate that just last month, a governor of a southern Luzon province has brought to our attention that they're going to donate land for a regional prison. So there are already efforts, no. But the thing is, I will always go back again to what Brother Rudy and I about the prioritization as regards the funding.
Okay. Sa BJMP po?
Well, sa case ng BJMP, for the past several years ay ang capital outlay lang po na na-include sa General Appropriations Act is only 39 million. But we're very lucky for this year, 2017, na ipasok na po yung 1.6 billion for the construction of facilities in various regions na mataas po yung rate of congestion. So, napakalaking tulong po ito para sa expansion ng ating facilities para ma-ease yung space deficiencies na kailangan natin ma-met para ma-ease yung congestion. And of course, ang katulong po natin yung local government units. Some of the local government units are building their own facilities. And kailangan din po natin, of course, yung donation nila ng lot para ma-program po rin po ng national government. Yun po yung kung minsan na hinder na hindi tayo makapag-build ng facilities kasi walang lot donation sa localities.
Pero gano'ng katotoo na pag may VIP na nakukulong, tulad ng mga nakalipas sa panahon, gumaganda pati pagkain ng mga bilanggo dahilan sa nagdadala yung celebrity, pati electric fan, nahahanginan na rin sila. So, nangyayari yan, di ba?
Well, nangyayari yan. In fact, sa mga facilities na sobra talagang init, inaalaw na rin natin yan for as long as talagang magbe-benefit yung, yung karamihan doon sa selda.
Okay.
Hindi yung personal na gamit nung
Yeah.
The projects that will be funded with 1.6 billion, so when do we expect these projects to be completed? If there's a
Well, this is ongoing now in several regions. For example, Region 1, Region 3, Region 7, Region 9, Region 11, and 12, I think. 12.
for this year, sir?
Yes, it's for 2017.
Wala NCR?
Wala po. Wala. And the next year, siguro, dito yung focus. Kasi prioritize po ngayon yung mataas yung congestion rate ng mga regions.
Sir, would you say that the congestion now in BJMP facilities are due to the intense campaign against illegal drugs?
That's correct. Iyan ang pinaka-majority po na contributor sa ating congestion. And itong congestion problem po, napakalaking challenge po talaga sa atin ito. Hindi lang po ito problema ng BJMP, ng agencies involved in custodial functions, kundi ito ay societal problem ito. Kailangan po natin dito ng the whole of government approach. And siguro including the private sector, of course. Katulong nga natin yung NGOs, si Brother Rudy, and also other government agencies para ma-solve itong congestion problem.
Oh, sige.
For Atty. Guia, you said earlier that there was a decrease in the contrary, mas pumunti ang nag-seek ng assistance sa CHR when there was the war on drugs, and then tumaas nung nagkaroon ng cessation. You said there is some fear in the investigation because the kings are hesitant due to fear of reprisal. Fear of reprisal, would you know from who? From those involved in the drug syndicates or from authorities that?
From both. Certainly because all of these deaths are either arising from police operations or from vigilante killings, and the uncertainty or the lack of investigation is sending a chilling effect on the public because they wouldn't know whether or not they are safe. And that is the reason why we are vigilant in our encouragement of police authorities to investigate all of these incidents, because in the absence of an extrajudicial killing law, which is supposedly the purpose of legislative inquiries, all of these deaths are still murders or homicide. which must be investigated by the Philippine National Police, whether or not it is arising from the campaign on drugs or not. And when we are able to investigate and ensure that perpetrators are put behind bars, then we are sending a message to the community that they are safe. In the instance of vigilante killings, that this will not be tolerated and that they will be able to enjoy their right to life in relative peace. And in cases of abuse of police authority, then they are assured that there will be no arbitrariness but rather adherence to the Philippine National Police Manual of Operations, particularly on the use of force.
Okay. Questions from our colleagues from the media? Baka meron pa. From our good friend from Channel 5. Wala kang talong? Oh, sige na, please.
Sir, kasi I just want to emphasize yung kung talagang because of war on drugs, mas tumami from
what?
detainees natin. No? Kasi po kanina sabi niyo earlier, mas tumami and most of their cases are drugs. More on that, sir.
Yes, yung statistics natin nagsasabi na gano'n talaga ang karamihan na kaso na pumapasok sa ngayon because of the law enforcement focus on anti-drug campaign ng ating administration.
Yung po bang nahatulan, yung tinanggap nyo sa Bilibid, nadagdagan ba on drugs so far?
Well, the statistic that I have actually is just current population of those who are drug offenders. Easily, it's about 30% of the total population. The population now of the Bureau of Corrections, the persons deprived of liberty total is about 41,000, of which more than half is at the New Bilibid prisons. So that's the statistic that I have. But I'd like to point out that these are drug offenders. I think a suggestion maybe, or part of the collaboration that we are speaking of, with the PNP and with the BJMP, is as regards documentation, because it's very crucial. Personally, again, given my profession, I'd be very interested to look at drug-related offenders. Marami kasi dyan maging property yan o personal, merong influence ang droga di ba? Kaya siguro sa collaboration ng mga ahensya ng gobyerno, makita rin namin yun. Kasi sa side namin, pagdating sa Bilibid, halimbawa sa Bureau of Corrections, mahalaga sa aming impormasyon na yun. Para mas maging angkop yung mga programang ilalatag para sa kanila.
Yes, Karudi. You're sure?
Yung pag sinabi natin yung mga nakakulong, kasi iba yun, kung ang kaso droga, violation ng batas, no? And I think yun yung isang dapat na tignan ng mga lawmakers natin, yung batas sa droga. Kasi meron talagang dapat na ayusin doon. No? Tapos ngayon, yung binabanggit ni Martin na drug-related cases, pinag-aralan na rin namin, in fact, sa death penalty issue. Ano ba yung drug-related cases? At ang isang findings doon, hindi nga makakita ng kaso na magsasabi na ginawa yung krimen dahil nga lulong sa droga. At ang wala pang pag-aaral doon, pero maganda nga sana pag-aralan. Kasi ang isang maaaring dahilan, kasi kung influence ng drug, medyo bababa yung sentensya nun dahil wala sa tamang pag-iisip na hindi ini-invoke ng mga defense lawyer, di ba? So, o kaya hindi pinupurso ng prosecutor kasi nga bababa yung kaso, kahit na gawin mong depensa. Kaya kung titignan mo ang record ng korte, particularly yung sa apela, yung mga heinous crime, nag-identify kami ng sinasabing drug-related cases. At as of today, wala pang nakita ang Free Legal Assistance Group na magsasabi na ang krimen ng rape, murder, at saka yung iba pa ay dahil na influence ng droga. Ngayon, whether bakit meron ba talaga or what, ito yung gusto ngang ipurso ng EU at that time, hindi nga lang na overtaken ng events. Gusto nilang pag-aralan Tapos isa pa yung conviction. Maraming dinadampot, pero napakababa ng conviction rate. Ano ang dahilan? Marami kang hinuhuli, pero ang baba ng conviction rate. So ano ang dahilan at yun ang dapat na pag-aralan? Bakit nadidismiss yung kaso? In
Meron
fact,
daw kasing mga huwes na magagaling.
Oo, maaring prosecutor, di ba? O mismong pulis na hindi daw nag-appear. Ito nga, no, nag-conduct kami sa prosecution and police seminar na kinundak, yung relationship, yung pagbi-build up ng kaso. Bawa, ito, kumukha niya, may surrender. Bi-build up mo yung kaso para i-convict mo kung wala ka namang ebidensya, okay, o kung may ebidensya man, tapos pag tinatawag yung police para mag-witness, wala na siya. Ang assignment niya, napakalayo and all those things. Yun yung mga problema na dapat na pagtuunan. Pero, having said that, I think, while it is true, yung kanina yung sinasabi ni Atty. Acosta na sana daw mag-dialogue and all those things, that is really our hope, that this administration is really willing to dialogue. Kasi ang difficulty, ang mga experts nasa field, for example, expert kayo, no? Alam niyo yung situation. But seemingly, yung kumukumpa sa itaas, hindi nakikinig doon sa mga experts. Ito ang aming difficulty. For example, pagdating sa theology, sino pa ba eksperto diyan kung hindi ang mga theologians, no? Nakukonsult ba? Hindi, pag tinawag kami sa kongreso, iinsultuhin ka pa. Iinsultuhin ka nitong mga tao na wala namang kinalaman doon, no? So, ito yung sana, yung perspektibo nga yung sinasabi ko Yung gumagawa ng policy, yung gumagawa ng batas, dapat kilalanin nila yung mga expert dun sa field. Pagdating sa human rights yung CHR, there are institutions already in place. Pagdating sa policy sa drug, you have the drug, okay, di ba? DDB. Pakinggan. Okay. NAPOLCOM Technical Committee, yun ang isang nakikita kong isang nung ginagawa namin yung strat plan, parang baligtad ata yung nangyari. And this is also the observation of the expert from from Thailand. Na para pang sinasabi niya, the PIDEA, okay, na mga expert dapat yan sa droga, o the DDB, dapat expert yan. In other words, sasabihin mo sa presidente kung ano yung dapat na policy nagwo-work. Parang hindi ganun na nangyayari. Sa tingin, meron ng pananaw ang executive dun sa kataasan, kung ano yung dapat mong i-implement. At yun ay i-implement mo. No questions asked. So ito yung aming difficulty even in terms of dialogue. The church will always be willing to dialogue, we appear, but we are not there to be insulted because we know our expertise naman, Pakinggan yun ang sinasabi ko. There could not be any dialogue if only one person, one partner will be open. Dapat merong talagang pakinggan. Kaya nga recently we conducted ito, tignan nyo, binigyan ng kulay yung aming seminar, Kasi gusto namin mag-contribute doon sa usapin ng droga. And that's the reason why we conducted a 2-day forum. Okay, a 2-day forum on drug issues. And we invited experts even from the government, na magsabi sa amin, ito yon, let's start the dialogue on however ang approach natin sa pagsusolve ng problema ng droga ay talagang epektibo. And we had to listen to the so-called experts into this matter. Nakulayan.
Ano sabi?
Well, binabas yung aming seminar. Of course, hindi naman marami. Sinasabi na kaya daw ginawa yung forum ay para magkaroon daw ng stage si Agnes na pumunta dito. When in fact, hindi. Huli ngang choice si Agnes para imbitahin namin to talk on. But we want somebody who knows something about drugs on the top level, particularly from the United Nations, to address this problem. In fact, we invited even the President of Colombia, okay, the former president, na sinabi niya na sila yung on top of the war on drugs, sa Colombia. At ang sinasabi nga niya, of course, gumawa siya ng statement na mali, okay, pero he declined the invitation. Bakit? Sayang, for diplomatic reason. Okay? Ngayon, si Agnes na imbita, Nasabi namin, is it possible for you to come? She was hesitant for a while until sinabi niya, siguro, probably I will have to ask. Ginawa niya yung protocol na dapat gawin. Pero lumabas sa media, hindi daw in-inform ang gobyerno. Ang gobyerno, inimbita din namin. Kaya nga isa sa speaker is none other than the DDB to tell us kung ano yung situation ng droga sa Pilipinas.
Okay.
Okay, short na nga lang na imbitahin namin yung Presidente ng Republika ng Pilipinas to have an opening remarks. But that is the contribution of the Anti-Death Penalty Task Force, okay? Para nang sa ganon, ay mag-usap-usap tayo. In fact, I recommended the same thing. Hold the drug summit. Get the stakeholders and talk to them. Because seemingly, ang daming initiative, but are they the right initiatives? No?
Okay.
Are they the right response? Ngayon, kung ano, yun yung ang openness niya, pakinggan. Kaya meron kaming declaration. In fact, ngayon niya, may nag-text sa akin. We will give you a copy of our declaration and recommendations after that forum.
Very well. More questions? Oh, Ron, go ahead.
Sir, for Director Perfecto, can you tell us now on the situation within Bilibid kung meron pa rin drug trade na nangyayari as alleged during the time of Secretary Paulino or na totally na-cut? And then for both for you, sir, and also for Senior Superintendent Moreno, is there a long-term plan as to when we can actually achieve both for our jail and prisons the international standard in terms of capacity sa facilities na?
Those were several questions. First, that on the prevalence of drugs inside the prison. As I mentioned a while ago, significant ang presensya ng SAF, no? But at the same time also, dahil nga ang SAF ay hindi naman talaga, wala naman sa mandato nila talaga na magwardyan ng mga bilanggo. So, kailangan din ng training din sa kanila para maging angkop yung kanilang trabaho doon sa pinapagawa sa kanila. As regards, again, in relation to that, no, I go back to what I said a while ago, the systemic problems that we have, no? The dire lack of personnel, no, and also the training involved. That will take again quite a while, no. Again, presuming the presence of availability of resources. Now, as regards your other question on what was the second question? International standards. Good. Right now, we are very far from international standards. That's very clear to me. But at the same time, we have begun actually coordination. In fact, last week I just had a meeting with the United Nations, no? In particular the UNOPS, no? The United Nations Office on Project Services, who have actually already been working hand in hand with the BJMP, and we are now going to be compliant with UN standards, in particular the Mandela rules, no? So from the get-go, that's why in relation to a while ago when I mentioned about the facilities, when we are going to expand our facilities and put up new facilities, for sure they will be compliant with the Mandela rules because from scratch they will be designed according to the technical guide of the UNOPS. I'd like to take this opportunity also to say how important and how helpful non-government has been. No? I just mentioned a while ago about the UNOPS. I can also mention the ICRC, the International Committee of the Red Cross, who have been very helpful to both the BJMP and the Bucor. No? And then also here, locally, no, the church has been very helpful. In fact, a strategy that we use at the Bureau of Corrections is that we establish partnerships, no, outside of the Bureau so that we can still manage the situation that we are in. No? That's how dire we need the resources. No? We are forced to be creative enough to look elsewhere. No? So that's been my strategy. So that's not stopping the Bureau of Corrections from trying its best to develop itself. No? Like what in our case, for example, in Reformation, we're making pilot projects, we're establishing pilot projects. Like for example, right now we are considering putting up, believe it or not, a BPO. No? We're refining also our programs. Like for example, as regards education, alternative learning system is the way to go inside prison. But we're trying to refine it even further. In fact, I was just talking with Tesla yesterday. Why not also have culinary arts, no? And not only culinary arts, but the entrepreneurship for it, no? Para pag lumaya, practical, no? pwede ka magtayo ng karinderya, pero alam mo rin kung paano mag-manage ng karinderya. Marunong ka na mag-costing. So, para mas impactful, no? That's what we're trying to do right now.
So walang target years or compliance with international standards. You did not set target yet. As like by the end of President Duterte's term, ano na tayo?
The modernization law practically makes the Bureau of Corrections compliant. But again, that will take a very long time. But what we are trying to do is from the get-go, for example, as regards facilities, infrastructure, we are certain that although we will reduce the congestion, it does not purely solve the congestion. But what at least we are certain that they will be compliant as regards certain standards as regards infrastructure.
Yes.
Sa BJMP po, na-mention ko nga kanina, in terms of infrastructure, ay nagkakaroon na ngayon nagsisimula na yung focus, yung priorities na maibigay sa BJMP because of this 1.6 billion construction outlay for this year. And sana tuloy-tuloy po ito. Malaking tulong po dito, siyempre, yung mga ganitong na pag-uusapan yung issue ng congestion. Apart from that, para ma-attain po natin yung humane treatment na isa po sa criteria ng international standard, ay nagkakaroon po tayo ng mga livelihood programs. We have MOA with DepEd on alternative learning system. Ongoing po ito sa mga jail facilities natin. Sa TESDA, meron din po tayo ng memorandum of agreement for them to conduct technical trainings to our persons deprived of liberty. Ito po ay naniniwala po kami na pag-train po natin ito, inarmasan po natin yung ating mga PDL ng kaukulang kaalaman sa pangkabuhayan. Paglabas po nito, hindi natin magiging problema kasi magkakaroon sila ng mapupuntahang trabaho. So, yun po ang... And another thing is on legislation. We focused also on supporting measures to first is integrate yung correctional and jail system in the Philippines. Kasi nga na-mention kanina, highly fragmented po. Matagal nang wino-work out ito pero until now, nakakarating lang po sa committee level sa House and sa
They're so busy with
Senate.
so many other issues.
Yes, hindi
Yun
po
ang problema.
napagtutuunan ng pansin.
Okay.
Malaking tulong po yung media para ma-espouse itong pangangailangan na integrate para yung may standardize yung systems and procedures and of course facilities ay ma-unify.
Yeah. I would have invited the chair of the League of Provinces, kaya lang pressed for time, si Albay Governor Al Francis Bichara, because we've heard of some malpractices in some provincial jails that the detainees are being utilized as their own death squads. Pag naka-score na, balik na sa loob. So, paano mo kakasuhan yung isang taong nasa loob? No? You know, it's another creative approach para maubos yung mga kalaban sa politika. But that is not the topic today. So, I would like to end our simple discussion with a quotation from Nelson Mandela. It is said that no one truly knows a nation until one has been inside its jails. A nation should not be judged by how it treats its highest citizens, but its lowest ones. And then dagdagan natin, in my country, we go to prison first and then become president. Well, in the Philippines, you become president before you go to jail. Anyway, so I'd like to thank our guests who took time out to be with us at yung mga kapatid natin sa media who joined the discussions. It's another wonderful day and I look forward to seeing you again sa mga susunod na discussions. It's a policy discussion on jails and penology and reformation. Thank you very much sa ating mga kasama sa Wednesday Roundtable at Lido. Until next Wednesday, thank you.